Now on to the fun names, though. These are the trade block names. We're going to do this one as a trio. So instead of buy or sell, which one of these three guys are you buying? If you had to guess, one of them is in a Patriots uniform next year. All on the trade block. Richard Sherman, Aqib Talib, Josh Norman. Who you got? Michael Longi, we'll start with you.
Out of those three, I'm going to have to go Richard Sherman just because I think that he would be really the only guy that it would be worth it to go after in a trade like that. Because if you're going to have to trade for one of those guys, I mean, let's not forget, Aqib Talib has made 5 straight Pro Bowls, whether he's over 30 or not. He's been to 5 straight, so that's going to come with a price tag. The Broncos will want some heavy compensation for that. They'll want some heavy compensation for Richard Sherman as well. I think he would be the guy that it would be worth it to go after for the price that you'll need to pay.
I think I was going to go Richard Sherman, but because you stole my thunder, Alonji, I'm going to go with Josh Norman because of his age. He's the youngest of the three. And if you could put certainly Josh Norman out there with Stephon Gilmore, you've got a relatively young defensive backfield with 2 shutdown corners. That is something I think the Patriots would salivate over. I'd go Josh Norman.
Yeah, I'm going to go Josh Norman as well. Longest term contract, and I think they could get him to rework it a little bit. Youngest guy, best deep ball corner. There's all this talk about Richard Sherman wanting to play for the Patriots. I'm not sure how much Belichick would want him. Remember, Richard Sherman can only play on one side of the field. Bill Belichick is the coach that preaches versatility. He's not a coach. He's the versatility coach. How's he going to treat a corner that could really only play on one side and can mostly only play in zone? I think he'd rather have a guy like Josh Norman who can shadow receiver across the field, is excellent in man-to-man. I know that fits Aqib Talib too, but again, Norman's younger. He doesn't have the injury history Talib has, and he's under contract longer.
Amen. I buy that. I think that is those are all great reasons. And the thing about playing both sides of the field is something we've seen from Bill Belichick over the years, and I can't see if Richard Sherman can only play one side of the field, which is primarily been the case at Seattle. I mean, there have been exceptions to that rule, Alex, where he's tried to cover the receiver and follow the receiver. But for the most part, you're right. He only plays one side of the field, and that's a huge limitation with the Patriots.
How about this Seattle Seahawk, though, to the New England Patriots? Jimmy Graham. It's that time of year again. The rumors come along again. Will Jimmy Graham be paired with Rob Gronkowski? Will he replace Rob Gronkowski? What do you guys think?
No. I say sell. I think Jimmy Graham is a glorified wide receiver. I think he's going to cost too much, and I think he's going to cost as much as Rob Gronkowski would be asking for, and I think the Patriots would rather that money go to a guy like Gronk, who is the most unique tight end there has ever been in the National Football League. I'm not going to say the best, but certainly the most unique, and I think the Patriots would rather put their money short term in a guy like Rob Gronkowski and make him happy than go after a guy like Jimmy Graham. Sell.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. I think that, the whole, the contract cost was one thing. Jimmy Graham has also had, a litany of injuries over the past couple of years. While it would be a dream pairing, obviously, for any Patriots fan to see, Rob Gronkowski and Jimmy Graham on the field together at the same time, you also have to consider that would mean that each of them will lose touches because they'll be going to the other tight end and things like that. And yeah, I agree with Trags. I think that you would rather pay Rob Gronkowski, a guy who has been in your system, been on your team, and you are familiar with. I'd rather pay him despite the injury risk, despite the retirement risk. I would rather pay him in the short term, like Trags said, than go out and pay, $80+ million to sign Jimmy Graham for a few years. I'll sell it as well.
So I think some of this hinges on a couple things, whether Rob Gronkowski comes back, if Martellus Bennett's healthy, if they end up cutting Dwayne Allen, which I believe they can save $5 million by trading or cutting him. So those are all in play. I do think they acquire a Seattle tight end this year, not Jimmy Graham. I like Luke Wilson, his backup, 6'5". It's going to be very affordable. He's a well-rounded tight end. He can catch the ball, he can block, and he is excellent in the red zone, which they desperately need. So I do think the Patriots bring in a tight end from Seattle, but it's not Jimmy Graham. Luke Wilson, 2 L's. All right, 2 more here. Let's run through these real quick, guys, because we are up against it. Jarvis Landry up on the trading block again in Miami. Does Belichick dip in the divisional pot? Mike Petraglia, buy or sell?
I'm going to sell. I just think there's too much baggage there with Jarvis Landry. A sensational talent, but I don't think they go the route of Jarvis Landry, and I think they have tried to bring in other receivers, even Brandon Cooks to a limited degree, even though he did contribute toward the end of the season, no question. I don't think they go after Jarvis Landry. No, sell.
Mike.
Yeah, I'm on the same page here as well. I think that, it's just, they're thinking about offering the franchise tag, things like that. I think it's too much to pay for a wide receiver like that. I'm a huge Jarvis Landry fan. He's been on my fantasy football team for the past 2 years now, and he is a fantastic player. But the Patriots have a ton of wide receivers, and if you get Danny Amendola back, even if you don't get Danny Amendola back, you still have Malcolm Mitchell waiting in the wings, all these different receiving options. It's too crowded in there for Jarvis Landry.
Sell, but not for the reason you guys are saying. I think the Patriots do go after him. I think they make a very convincing offer, but I do not think the Dolphins will trade him in the division. And I think that's going to end up being the roadblock. I think the Dolphins simply won't send him to the New England Patriots. All right, one more name. Somebody brought this up to me in passing the other day. This is, you call the hot take police on me.
Yeah.
Perhaps the biggest name in this free agency class in the Patriots. I think we all agreed are going to lose their top running back in Deion Lewis. You may see where I'm going with this. Le'Veon Bell to the New England Patriots. You pair him with Brady, Mike Petraglia, buy or sell?
Keep dreaming, Alex. Keep dreaming.
I never said I wanted it. I'm just asking the question.
Oh, no. I mean, you want to see Le'Veon Bell here in New England.
Don't you though? Wouldn't you?
It would be fascinating, sure. But I just don't think the Patriots are going to put that kind. Look, we just spent how long talking about the kind of money that they are not going to spend on Deion Lewis. Why would they do that on a running back who certainly is the best all-around back in the NFL? I'm not saying that, but he is a running back, and they just don't value that position, even if it is an exceptional talent like Le'Veon Bell. I don't think they're going to want to. I don't think they would make the room on their cap for Le'Veon Bell. No.
Michael Longi, real quick.
Same here. I just don't think they'd pay that kind of money. Although you can just imagine what kind of offense the Patriots would have if they had Le'Veon Bell and Tom Brady. That would be just I get chills just thinking about it. But no, absolutely not.
So I'm also sell, but I think at some point soon we will hear rumors that the Patriots are interested in Le'Veon Bell, because I think the Patriots will float those to get the Steelers nervous. Steelers have to do something. It's going to be a messy situation with him, and I think the Patriots will only make it messier. I'm not saying they offer him. I'm not saying they even talk to him.
Sure.
But I do think there'll be a report this offseason that the Patriots want to bring him in and have a discussion with him. So,
well, we just served their purpose, guys.
Exactly. There we go. We have started the rumor mill. We have opened the doors. Go in the comments below if you're watching on YouTube, on Twitter, whatever. Let us know what you think. Le'Veon Bell to the Patriots. I also want to let you know this roundtable is brought to you by DraftKings. You use the promo code CLNS at DraftKings. We're also brought to you by RxBar, rxbar.com. Again, the promo code is CLNS.